Making that choice to be here in a human body, to go through all these experiences, to learn how to teach or how to love.
I think God has created each and every one of us to express himself through us. And if we just allow it and we flow with it, then we come out the other end and realize that it's always for our best. I mean, I started to draw in a certain way about 4 years ago. I doodle and I'm selling them, and it would never have occurred to me. And when I sit down and do it, I don't think. It's a one time. I don't rub it out. I don't correct. It's a one time. That's not me. That's something coming through me, expressing itself. And I have a sentence that says, we've come here to express and not to impress. The ego wants to impress. But when I express, I realize that it was for my better good, that choice was made for me. If I was in the dilemma, I wouldn't be here talking to you. I'd probably be very frustrated.
True. Yes.
So as far as that's concerned, I think the only choice we have, the free choice we have, and we've each been given this, is how do we want to feel? I think that's the only authority I have. I can be washing the dishes with a frown or a smile. I'm still washing the dishes. My internal feeling about me at any given moment is the only choice I have. But that also changes everything, because it becomes a frequency that can change the world for me and my surroundings. So I think that's the only choice, is whether to be with God or to be with the ego mind. If I'm with the ego mind, I'm going to be frustrated, I'm going to be struggling. But if I'm with God, I'm going to be flowing. And I always say that whatever's meant for me, it's going to come to me whether I struggle for it or whether I don't. So why not just enjoy the ride?
True. I agree 1,000%. Yeah. So it goes back to trust, doesn't it, Ronny? It's surrender, letting go, and trusting God.
Yes. I even think that it's beyond even trusting. It's a knowingness. It has to be a no question thing. If we go to Abraham, he was the prototype, because he didn't even have that question. If we sat with him in our lounge and said to him, Abraham, were you crazy? You were going to give your son? What's the matter with you? He would say, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, if God asked me, I did it. I knew that God wanted the best for me, so I don't even have that question.
So it's not even, going beyond trust. How fascinating. Yeah.
It's living it. Yes, it's living it.
So the title of your book, Be and It Will Be, the simple and easy way to find peace within. What is your own definition for peace and serenity, and how are they different from being calm?
That's a good one. I love it, because it brings up the answers that I'm listening to as well. Okay, so first of all, I think that's the only thing we ever want. Whatever we want in life is to feel that place inside that you are at peace, that you're not in the struggle. And what people don't get is that every time they want something or to buy something, at the end of the story of what they want is the feeling that they want to acquire. And that feeling is that space where you feel, I'm going to feel calm now. If I have that new car, then I'll be calm. Yeah. And if I have that new house, then I'll be calm. But what if I can have that feeling right now? Right. And because I can, because all feelings are within me. Nobody puts a feeling into me. They take a feeling out of me. So there's a trigger that takes a feeling that's been there in the first place. What if I can do that now? And the only way I can get there immediately is if I surrender to the moment. Because whatever is happening, and whatever is not happening is also happening.
Right.
So if I allow myself to be in acceptance of what is happening right now, I have done the magic trick of having that serenity within me. It's in my whole being, my whole body, and that's a frequency that starts changing my surroundings. In that moment, I've let it go. So one of the things that we have a personal contract when I teach. It's called a personal contract. And one of the sentences there is, I let go of everything I think I know in order to discover what I don't know. So I'm actually having to relinquish the ego and the mind, who thinks it knows based on something that it saw. And then I am now in peace, because the not knowing, which is the biggest paradox, the not knowing and allowing myself not to know, but just be in acceptance, that gives me that space. So if you're asking about calm or peace, it's just synonyms for the same thing. I think that serenity within, or peace within, includes the whole body, every single cell in your body. And I think that's what we want at the end of the day. What if I can have that prior to the thing I want? I then become the flower and not the bee. I don't have to run after anything. It comes to me. I choose that every time. And the dilemma is in the body, because it's the body that feels the struggle. Yeah. The minute I have a fist, I open my fist, because I know something is going on there. And I just open my fist and I'm free. The other thing to get there is I have a motto. I'm usually there. Sometimes I fall down on that. But my motto is to say, Valeria, I love you, and you don't have to love me back. And in that moment, I am free and you're free. And I can carry on loving. Nobody's going to tell me who to love and how to love.
Right.